Wide open market, and perhaps a surprise favourite in Rocky Path, back down to 3-1 best. North Hants, the top weight, easing from 3 to 7 to 2. Yeoman Warrior eases from 4 to 5. Special Account from 4 to 1 out to 6 to 1. Now, Shamar Phil is a 10 to 1 shot, as is Jurassic Classic and ANC Express, but ANC Express was back this morning in the offices at 12 to 1. 10 to 1 Zamara from 12. Badbury Lad is a 20 to 1 shot, and Tekla, the outsider of the lot, at 50 to 1. And I hope if anyone backs that, they get a better run than I did with Okikara.
So we pick up on the favourite in the colours there of Mr. and Mrs. Tony Geek. Of course, they own Beach Road. They've won a champion hurdle with that one. And this one, I'm surprised he's favourite. He's trained by Toby Balding, and good luck to Toby, who's recovering from bit of a setback recently. He's been in hospital, and we hope to see him back on his feet before long. 3 to 1 favourite from 7 to 2. But I say I'm surprised about this fellow because I just feel he's got a little bit to do. He was well beaten behind San Fernando, even though he was second last time, and it was softish ground at Wincanton over 2 miles 5. Some of his form is a little bit iffy, although he's a lovely horse, but he's failed to get round in 3 of his last 8 outings, including one last season. But he is a nice sort, there's no doubt about that, and he has got placed form over fences. We hope that he does the business and comes home safe and sound. That's the favourite.
Next horse we see is the top weight, North Hants, travel all the way down from Carlisle, trained by Will Story, ridden by Neil Doughty. Neil, who ridden the Grand National winner, Hello Dandy. And he's also was first jockey to Gordon Richards, now struggling a little bit. Neil, one of the diehards of the Northern Weighing Room, always a very pleasant man and a great help to me, at any rate, when I used to travel up north. And I don't know how much longer he'll go on riding for, but he's had a superb career. And this horse, North Hants, was a decent handicap hurdler, taken to fences well. He's won at Newcastle and Haydock, both tracks that take a little bit of jumping. He acts on the soft ground. He won at Carlisle over hurdles on the soft, and that's can take a lot of getting. You see him with his tail tied up there sometimes. That just helps getting too much mud into it, and make sure that they don't carry any extra weight.
Yes, it's an ideal way down to the start on this all-weather surface. It certainly saves the racecourse that they used to plough up in days gone by. Good to see Doubt still getting horses with a chance, because there's no doubt he's still got that oomph in him. I've watched him go into the last this season, and his hallmark is to really arse them up. You know?
Yeah, he's a very, very fine.
He's very warm. You can see the sweat there. I know sometimes it's difficult to ascertain on a grey, but ANC Express is definitely sweating, take my word for it, in the colours of Mark O'Connor. He unseated his rider last time, but he'll win if he reproduces his first run over fences here earlier in the season. He'd only had 4 runs over hurdles prior to this. Here's Sweet Duke powering home. You know what a good horse he is, and he goes to the festival with a big chance in the Sun Alliance. Well, in behind him is ANC Express. He looked burly in the paddock that day, and I thought he ran out of his socks. It was quite softish ground, not as bad as today, but on the bare face of this form, and there were a lot of winners behind, you know, Smith's Band, Switch, all sorts of horses. Newton Point back in third. A reproduction of that would certainly put him in with a real shout here, but he's just had 1 or 2 little problems recently. He looks quite straight here.
Yes, Richard, I travelled down to the races with Tom Jenks today, and he gives this a real chance. He thinks he'll win. Horse in front there is Yeoman Warrior, trained by Richard Rowe, former Josh Gifford jockey, ridden by Richard Dunwoody. This horse has only ever just won once over fences, and that was at Folkestone. He ran a good race when he was second at Sandown to Monty Bell. That was on a bit better ground. He was only 3 lengths second to him that day. I think Monty Bell has got a lot of ability. He did hang right that day and switched his tail a little bit under pressure, which won't help him on this left-handed track. He had no chance the next time he ran when he was behind Banjo again at Sandown, and Banjo looks one of the most exciting prospects we've seen come and race over fences for some time.
Now we've got a husband and wife partnership in this race, and they're responsible for Jurassic Classic. Lydia Richards trains and Mark Richards rides. And we'll pick this one up in a second. He's in the lightish colours, but we'll just have a look at Zamira
just canting across there. The reason I picked up there, Richard, is that obviously I know her well, but I thought she was very unlucky not to beat Rocky Park when she was second at Worcester. She made a right mistake at the third last, and without that I think she would have won. And whether Rocky Park's gone on enough to improve and will put her firmly in her place, I'm not sure. But she has been disappointing at times, but she ran in and out a few times last season over hurdles, and then she started to run well once the spring came. She ran a really good race at Cheltenham. I thought she was very unlucky not to win at Aintree. She, as I say, she makes the odd mistake. She kicked the second last out of the ground, but she does handle the soft ground when she's on full.
Is she genuine, Skew? That just occurred to me now and again.
Yes, there would. I think she is, but when you train them yourself, you always think that they're honest. I think she is. She just likes a little bit of sun on her back, I think.
Zamara, a 10-to-1 shot from 12. It's a cat and mouse sort of market, but Rocky Park is definitely going to start favourite. Rocky Park, rather. Now 11-4. 7-2 North Hants. 11-2 Easy Yeoman Warrior. 13-2 the horse who some people felt had been laid out for this race. Very easy to back now. Special Account. Bits for Shamarfil, 9-1. Also ANC Express, especially after Skew's tip from Tom Jenks. 10-1 Jurassic Classic and Zamira. 20-1 Badbury Lad, and 50 Tekla.
Home watching with us, and if anything happens, you'll be privy to it, I can assure you of that. But it is closing in on us now.
Rocky Park reverts to 3-1, but holding on to favouritism. 7-2 North Hants, 11-2 Yeoman Warrior, 7 bar.
Well, they're walking out, but quickly let's point out Jurassic Classic. When he's got round the twice this year, he's won both of them, but he's failed to get round 3 times. So that is the grey gelding there with the stripes, and Mark Richards on board. But even when he's won, he's clouted the odd fence. It won't be a happy journey for him. Peter.
Badbury Lad the first to show, with Yeoman Warrior on the inside, and going up to join him is Jurassic Classic, and Jurassic Classic takes it up now from Yeoman Warrior on the inside. Badbury Lad over on the far side as they come to the first of the 18 fences, and they're all safely over it. Jurassic Classic the leader from Yeoman Warrior, then Badbury Lad. ANC Express over on the far side, and then Tekla. Then on the near side is North Hants. Mistake there by the favourite, Rocky Park, who was in rear at the time. Jurassic Classic the leader from Yeoman Warrior, Badbury Lad, and then ANC Express, and then North Hants. Those are the leading 5. Jurassic Classic, Yeoman Warrior and Badbury Lad, as they swing left-handed in this 3-miler. A bet with the Tote Novices handicap chase. Jurassic Classic from Yeoman Warrior, then Badbury Lad, then ANC Express. Then on the inside is North Hants. On his outside is Zamira, the mare, followed by Tekla, and then current Special Account. On the inside then is Shamarfil. Just the back marker is Rocky Park. And Jurassic Classic making it as they come to the third. The next will be the first of the ditches. Jurassic Classic, Yeoman Warrior, and Badbury Lad just in behind them as they race towards the first of the ditches, number 4. The grey, Jurassic Classic, Yeoman Warrior over on the far side, ANC Express well up there, and then North Hants over on the far side. North Hants have fallen there. North Hants has gone there. North Hants, quite a heavy fall at that one. Jurassic Classic, the leader over on the far side, Yeoman Warrior. Just in behind them, ANC Express, and then Badbury Lad, and then Zamira. Tekla over on the far side. Rocky Park has made up a little bit of ground. This will be the 6th. Jurassic Classic, Yeoman Warrior. Yeoman Warrior made a bad mistake there and was cleverly picked up off the floor by Richard Dunwoody. Could easily have exited at that one. This will be the last next time round now. Number 7, Jurassic Classic. Mistake there by Rocky Park once again. Jurassic Classic, the leader, from ANC Express over on the far side. Then Badbury Lad, Yeoman Warrior, and just in behind the lead, Rocky Park. Then comes Special Account, Tekla, and Shammerfell. Jurassic Classic, the leader, into this dip and out of it, beginning this quite arduous uphill climb with ANC Express, his nearest pursuer. Jurassic Classic from ANC Express and Badbury Lad, and then Yeoman Warrior. Then comes Zamora on the outside of Rocky Park, who's got right back into contention after two quite bad mistakes. Then comes Summerfill. On the far side of Summerfill is Special Account, and then Tekla. Coming towards the 8th of the 18 fences in all, Jurassic Classic from ANC Express, travelling well, another grey, Badbury Lad over on the far side. Then Zamora. Yeoman Warrior on the near side, jumps at third, just ahead of Badbury Lad. Still Jurassic Classic from ANC Express and Yeoman Warrior as they come to the next ditch. Jurassic Classic and ANC Express, a little between these two. Coming to the 10th. ANC Express and Jurassic Classic still well there together. Rocky Park has moved into third. Shammerfill nearly went at that one. Badbury Park still well in contention, and so is Zamora over on the far side. Over the water, number 11. Jurassic Classic, a mistake there by Badbury Lad. And Shammerfill dropped her hind legs in it too. And she's well in arrears now, and Tekla looks like being pulled up. Right over on the far side, the 12th. Jurassic Classic and ANC Express, Rocky Park, Zamora. Little gap then to Badbury Lad and Yeoman Warrior. 6 from home now. Jurassic Classic, ANC Express, Rocky Park and Zamora. And a gap to Yeoman Warrior and Badbury Lad. Beginning to get strung out now in this very testing ground. And it's Jurassic Classic and ANC Express, these two greys disputing it ahead of Rocky Park. Beginning the race now towards the home turn with 5 left to jump, including an open ditch. ANC Express travelling strongly on the inside of Jurassic Classic, and Rocky Park breathing right down their shoulders now as they begin the turn. Into the home turn now. Jurassic Classic and Mark Richards, ANC Express and Tom Jenks, and then Rocky Park and Tony McCoy just in behind them. They've got a commanding advantage over the remainder as they come down now towards the 5th last. Jurassic Classic lands in the lead from ANC Express and Rocky Park. Coming down now to the final ditch, 4 from home in the Bet with the Tote Novices Chase. Jurassic Classic with the advantage at the final ditch from ANC Express, who's not far behind him on the far side. Then comes Rocky Park. These 3 still with a commanding advantage over the remainder as they come down now towards the 3rd last. Jurassic Classic on the near side, ANC Express on the far side. Then comes Rocky Park coming down now towards the 2nd last, and ANC Express in the Mark O'Connor colours taking a fractional lead now. Howie jumps it brilliantly, and Rocky Park nearly went once again there. Coming down to the final fence in the Bet with the Tote Novices handicap chase, and it's ANC Express who's clear from Jurassic Classic. ANC Express jumps it well. Jurassic Classic jumps it second. Rocky Park jumps it third. Racing up towards the line, and ANC Express is going to be a third win over these last 7 runners for Jeff King. And ANC Express is going to win it from Mark O'Connor as they come up to the line. ANC Express is the winner of the Bet with the Tote Novices handicap chase. Second is the long-time leader Jurassic Classic, and third is Rocky Park. and a very close thing for 4th place between Special Account and Shammerfield with Special Account 4. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Bet with the Tote Novices Handicap Chase, and the winner a 9-to-1 chance.
Yes, and sadly Northants, who was carrying top weight here, falls in the yellow colours, just tucked in there in behind the few leaders there. Just watch now, he dives at it and was never ever going to recover from that. It was something that you can't get away with. Sometimes you can. But the race went on and it developed into a very interesting tie between the greys. Here, all to play for.
And there, I think you'd have to criticise Tom Jenks a little bit. He's let the horse pick up out of his hands, really, from that. It's very difficult, but from that point of a race, you want to be kicking the horse in, even if it's short or long. You've got to be definite on them. And here, going to the last, having made that mistake, Tom's really definite. He's already got him up together and gathered and kicks him in really long. But Tom, as we've seen him on to good advantage on Sweet Duke and Summit, is still learning his trade. He's got a big future in front of him. But just one habit he's just got to get out of him. We were having a chat the other day. He rode a very good race on a horse of ours when it won at Holy Sting, won at Toaster. He just wants to not hesitate at times, because horses go and make mistakes with you. It's a thing. Whatever you do on a horse going to a fence, you must be definite about it. But a well-earned victory for Jeff King. Jeff, also a harsh critic of his jockeys and expects them to be as good as he is, quite rightly. He was one of the best riders of all time.